Have you ever tried the traditional sweet of West Bengal, Jaynagarer Moa? Picture a dessert that brings together the earthy flavors of the East, a concoction of simple yet delightful ingredients. Flour, sugar, and grated coconut form the base, while white mustard powder adds an unexpected kick. Ghee or melted butter rounds out the mix, and puffed rice brings in a delightful crunch. And for those who enjoy a hint of spice, there's an optional sprinkle of cardamom. If you've been looking for a new dessert to try out, this might just be your next favorite. First things first, gather your ingredients. You will need a cup of flour, which will act as the base for our Jaynagarer Moa, and a cup of sugar to lend that sweet touch. Next up, a cup of freshly grated coconut to infuse that tropical nutty flavor into our sweet. To add a little twist, we're going to use half a cup of white mustard powder. Don't worry, it won't make your moa spicy, but it will provide a subtle tang that balances the sweetness beautifully. A half cup of ghee or melted butter will help bind the ingredients together and give our moa a rich, indulgent texture. We also need a quarter cup of puffed rice, adding a delightful crunch to every bite. A quarter cup of water will help us bring our dough together, but keep in mind, you may need a bit more if the dough is dry. Lastly, cardamom powder is optional, but it does add a fragrant, aromatic touch that elevates the whole experience. Now that you have your ingredients ready, let's move to the next step. The next step is to mix these ingredients to form a dough. Let's start by combining the flour, sugar, grated coconut, mustard powder, and ghee or melted butter in a large bowl. A good mix is key to ensure that the flavors are well blended. Next, we'll add in the puffed rice and cardamom powder if you're choosing to use it. This gives an added crunch and aroma that's sure to tickle your taste buds. Now it's time to add the water. Do this gradually, gently stirring it into our mixture. The aim here is to form a dough that's neither too dry nor too wet. It should be just right. The magic really happens when you start kneading the dough. This process is essential in achieving the right consistency for our Jaynagarer Moa. You want it to be smooth and soft. Once you have your dough ready, it's time to shape them into small balls. Now we come to the fun part, frying these dough balls. Heat your oil in a deep pan over a medium flame. Carefully add the dough balls, letting them sizzle and dance in the hot oil. Keep them moving to ensure they cook evenly, turning a beautiful golden brown. Once they've achieved that perfect color, use a slotted spoon to lift them out, transferring them to paper towels to blot any excess oil. And there you have it. Serve these delicious Jaynagarer Moa as a traditional sweet and watch as everyone's faces light up with delight.